Hey, it's Baldwin doing my presentation on drones and their use in Switzerland. So drones, pretty much an aircraft, typically smaller in size, but they also have big ones for depending on the what they're being used for, and they can be flown and piloted from locations that are not exactly where it is. So like the pilot itself controlling the drone doesn't have to be in the drone, or it has typically it has to be relatively near, but it doesn't have to be exactly with it, under it, things of that nature. Who are using drones? Businesses, big. We see it a lot in real estate these days. Videography and photography, as well as construction. Some of the material this week talked about surveying land, which can be very beneficial for that. It's used by people, hobbyists, people who just enjoy flying them. Want to explore the area, things. Maybe like if they themselves have a bunch of land they want to see, or like their town, or just enjoy like racing it, doing it for sport, things of that nature. And the military uses drones as well, for various reasons. Where are they being used? So typically you see them like being used in areas that are harder to access, harder to reach, harder to see by just a regular Joe with a camera, or or taking videos. And also it can be used in areas where photography and videography aren't supposed to be done, to gather intelligence, to spy, to nefarious acts. They do have some downsides, but yeah. And so a company in Sweden that uses them, Zurich. They're kind of pioneering the use of drones in Sweden. And Sweden has a lot of um, hope that they can be more technologically advanced in the coming years, and this will really help this company as the economy tends and population tends to shift that way. They'll be at the forefront of it. Um, yeah. The building and maintenance, in terms of weaknesses, costs money to build them and money to maintain them. And it also takes people who know a lot about them and how to use them, to be able to make this company work. And of course, the hesitancy people have towards trusting drones, especially kind of how they're associated with artificial intelligence and how artificial intelligence could use them in the future themselves. Opportunities, the market is expanding, like I said, technologically in Sweden, in Switzerland. I'm sorry, I put Switzerland. I could have been saying Switzerland. It's supposed to be Sweden. Um, and this market and technology, might become more reliant on drones and their use of delivery and photography and things of that nature. So they can benefit there. Threats, concerns of security, privacy of the individual. Also, governments may pass legislation that limits them. We see that a lot with the FAA in America. There's lots of regulations and hoops you have to go through to use them and how they're supposed to be used. When are they used? So they're used pretty frequently now. Like you can look up in the sky sometimes and just like you hear something you're unfamiliar with, and it happens to be a drone overhead. It's used in like television too, like a lot of entertainment, sports games. They use them a lot, and it's really a global push towards their use. But obviously in America we see them a lot. And the biggest example I can think of is like real estate. If you're selling a bunch of land, or a large house, you can fly a drone through the house, to give it a pretty cool cinematic view and just see the land in general. So the goal I just chose was industry, innovation, and infrastructure, and this mostly has to do, with just how businesses will use them. I mean, delivery. I think like 2 years ago, maybe COVID, there was a lot of talk of drones, being used for delivery. When the human interaction couldn't be done. And I think people have a, not really a fear, but an expectation that that's going to be our new norm. We're going to be with people less and less, and drones will be able to help that a lot. Continue business, and shipping speeds increase, as well as mundane business activities like surveying and photography and video. And then two truths in line: drones are piloted from foreign locations. Drones are widely accepted by all, and drones can have uses that are inappropriate and illegal. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you.